high up, I heard it go whew. Great work, sir, great work. Here it is. It's here. Check this thing out. 1995 Mitsubishi Pajero MINI. Don't quote me on the Pajero pronunciation, that's just what it looks like, but it's a Japanese K car. It's a Pajero MINI! Check this thing out. Popped up on my local Facebook recently, and when I saw it I was like starstruck. It's a Japanese right-hand drive 5-speed manual 4x4. Absolutely insane. So I've been on the hunt for a 4x4 for a long time. I say a long time, but at least the last couple of months. And I've been cruising through the forums trying to find different things for sale that are actually like worth buying, and I was this close to picking up a Jeep Cherokee XJ. Literally I was gonna pick it up, I was like, I'll go see it this Sunday. This showed up Saturday, the day before, and when I saw it, like I mentioned, I've seen these before in the past, not in person, but I knew about them. I knew enough about them, but yeah, I was absolutely starstruck. I was like, you know what, I gotta have it. Hit the guy up. This is actually the first vehicle in my entire life, and this is the first car I've paid asking price for. Which is crazy for me. I'm a negotiator, you know what I mean? I wheel and deal. The guy says, all right, I'll meet you, but it's got to be for asking price. And I was all right, come meet me. And so we saw it, took it for a test drive, and it's everything I thought it would be, which is fantastic. Okay, so let me just run you through it. Obviously, tiny car. These are the back seats. Yeah, they're legal, there's seat belts. This is a Japanese K car, which means it's called K-A-I, K-A-Y, something like that. In Japan, they want to incentivize their citizens to drive small cars because, you know, it's an island, there's not a lot of space. Maybe for emissions, I really don't know the details, but if the car has a 4-cylinder motor, weighs less than a certain amount of weight, you get a really big cut on your yearly registration. So for a car like this to register it every year in Japan, it's probably like 60 to 80 bucks. But if it's not a K car, it can go up to a couple of $100 a year. And even further than that, if you get like, that's why V8s don't exist in Japan. If you have a V8 or a Ferrari, they go by displacement, your registration could be thousands and thousands of dollars a year to register. So that's why they created these things. This is 1,900 pounds. 1,900 pounds. It's lighter than the Subaru, the WRX I have. This obviously meets the weight requirements. This has a 4-cylinder 660 cc motor. So you're asking yourself, 660 cc's, that's a 0.6 liter. This isn't even a 1 liter. It's a 0.6 liter. Let me pop the hood. There it is, 600 cc's, naturally aspirated motor. NA, no turbo. Some of these do come with turbos. Those are really cool. They have like 5 valves per cylinder, all that mess. This one ain't it. This is the NA little baby. I'd have to verify, but I mean, it feels like it has all of 45 horsepower, 50 horsepower, which is nuts because obviously 50 horsepower is nothing. But when it comes to like gearing, this thing has the gearing to get it done, which is really nice. Off-roading, it's fine. On the road, it's fine. It's fine. It's not great on the road, but it's okay. But I've been having an absolute blast with this thing. As you can see, where I live, there's nothing but desert, desert, desert. And this is just one section. I mean, there's so much desert out here, which is great. And I'll post some clips. This little thing, it fits on quad trails. And it's a go anywhere, do anything. Yesterday I was driving it around and there was a side-by-side, and this was able to do everything the side-by-side could do. Granted, a little slower, but it made it. Through all the tiny gaps, all the extreme hills, rocks, all that, it made it just fine. And that's with, like, I would call these road tires. So if I was to switch these out for some grippy tires, some knobby tires, you know what I mean, it would be even better. Now let me show you what this puppy sounds like. Just make sure it's in neutral. This is my first car I've had that it's right-hand drive, and it took a little getting used to, especially being on this side of the road. As you can imagine, parallel parking is a breeze. I've never curbed the wheel. This car is all sorts of smiles. It gets all sorts of, everybody that drives by and sees it, they're smiling, they're seeing what it is. Everybody that sees it, they come over and they say, what is this thing? This is right-hand drive? And I'm like, yeah, it's from Japan. Now this one, like I mentioned, is called the Mini. So they made 3 versions. They made the Mini, the Junior, and then the, I don't know, do you call it a Senior? Mini, the Junior, then I guess the Mondeo, the regular one. And all of them are, as you can imagine, the Junior's a little bit bigger than this, and then the regular one's the full-size version. The full-size version, Mitsubishi actually took rally racing back in the 90s. And they have what's called an Evo. I'll put a photo of it now. The Evo is bad to the bone, V6 twin turbo, really fun, cool car. And that's why I had known about those. And when I saw this, I was like, what the heck is that thing? And I saw it said Mini, of course. And I'm like, oh, it's a smaller one. Let me show you what it's like to drive. This is first gear, of course. It has an 8,000 RPM red line. Going about 8 miles an hour. It just sounds like you're moving, but that's part of the fun, because like you can get in a race with a Toyota Corolla and the Corolla doesn't even know you're racing, and like it's a close race, foot to the floor, giving it all it's got. Right. Here we go. This is everything. Ready? That was 60 kilometers, so I'll do the math and put it up there. Yeah, obviously this car has its strengths and weaknesses. I was trying to decide whether this would be the best high schooler's car or the worst high schooler's car. It's the best because like you can go off-roading. It makes it really easy to, you know, do what you want to do. You know your kid's not going to get a speeding ticket. Or if he gets a speeding ticket, he deserves it because he gave it everything to break the speed limit. But the other side is that it is nice, especially when you're a new driver, to have enough power to get out of the way of something happening. This cannot. You have to be predictive. Look, I'm at a forest stop. That truck's gonna let me go. That's how long it took to clear the intersection. And once again, I cannot emphasize this enough. I am foot to the floor, like to the floor. I went through an intersection yesterday. I was at a red, the light turned green, some cars in front of me went. As I crossed the intersection, the light turned yellow, and it had turned red before I exited the other side. So, but anyways, I knew what that was about getting in when I bought the car. You know, this is fun because it's very capable off-road. It's got such a small wheelbase. It's almost impossible to get this thing stuck. And like I mentioned, I was out in the desert, and there's this trail that a side-by-side zipped through, which, you know, it's a side-by-side, super capable off-roading. I followed it in this, no problem. And if I was in a Jeep, I know I would have high-centered that Jeep. I know it, you know? So really, really cool things like that. This is almost like, I would say, the opposite of the Crown Vic, in the sense of the Crown Vic is a sleeper. Nobody notices. You just kind of get to cruise around in peace, incognito. This, on the other hand, everybody's looking, everybody's smiling, everybody's pointing. Everybody wants to know what it is, where it's from, and all that stuff. Plus, it's so damn loud. I mean, but it's been a blast, man. I'm super happy with it so far. I've had it for about a week, and I'll post some off-roading that this thing does. It's a hoot and a holler, you know. Sorry, little Mitsubishi. Let's take a look at it. It's super bumpy on that thing. Look at him, look at him! Dang, he made it so high up. I heard it go whew. Great work, sir, great work. I couldn't get it that high up. There's a joke in there somewhere, huh? Second gear, I hear him. Yeah, good, good, good. Also, this has an automatic, so I mean, it does change like the game on... I love a manual, but with off-roading automatic, it's too easy almost. It's really nice. I'd like to take a moment here and just apologize in advance to all the Mitsubishi owners out there. It could have made this hill. I was being way too gentle with it. This was like my first hour being out in the sand with it, so I was still trying to, you know, get used to it, feel it out, see what it's all about. But as the day went on and you get more and more confident with the vehicle, you get better at it, which is good. So forgive me, please don't kick me out of the Mitsubishi group. So all in all, it's a great car. I'm super excited with the purchase. It's just one of those unique things, like I mentioned. I love unique vehicles, and this really checks all the boxes. I genuinely think it's like the best off-road car that wasn't sold in the United States. Because yeah, the fact that you got that four-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, and it's an actual with a low gear is a really cool feature. I'm head over heels for it. I've had a couple of Jeep Cherokees in the past. I've had 4-wheel drive trucks, Tundras, things like that. And they're all great. You know, they all have their strengths. But this thing's fun because, like, it requires you to drive it. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that it's a 660cc motor making no horsepower. But it's got an 8,000 RPM. So if you hold the gears, shift quick, dump the clutch hard and fast, you can get this car to do just about anything, which is great. So that's where I was really struggling because, you know, 8,000 RPMs is... I'm used to V8s, you know, 6,000 is about all you get, but it's way up there. But if you actually drive the car like you're supposed to, you get the performance out of it, which is absolutely, it makes you giggle because it's such a tiny little car that can take on almost anything, which is great. As I discussed, it's impossible to get that car stuck, like high-centered, and even if it does, if you high-center that car and get it stuck somewhere, it's less than 2,000 pounds. I'm willing to bet you and a buddy can push it out of any situation, which is great. You can see how high up. This was my dad driving. Foot to the floor, banging gears. He almost made it to the very top of the hill coming around. And I'm in the Hummer, which has tons of torque in comparison. You can see I didn't even get as high before the car started to slide to the left. But yeah, I mean, as far as vehicles that, for the money, I don't think I can beat it, especially for the uniqueness. Look at it just climbing hills. A couple of times he made some tight left turns, tight right turns, and it's kind of hard to keep up in the Hummer, especially with the 4-wheel drive locked. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Like everything else, I always say I'm going to buy the car, drive it, and then flip it. But this is a car that I'm kind of like hesitant to see if, I don't know, maybe I'll sell it. Everything's going to be sold eventually, you know? But this one's just fun. I'm also like maybe not wanting to sell it just because it's going to be almost impossible to find its replacement because they never sold them here. The previous owner of this vehicle actually was a military guy that brought it from Guam. So that's how it got here. So yeah, you know, like I mentioned, I just got the thing. So we'll see what the future holds. Look at that tight turn. Woo-hoo. It's like driving a quad with a windshield, you know. So look at him, he's gone. But 10 out of 10 car. I'm super happy for it, super excited. And we'll see how the future of ownership goes. That's funny.
I was almost going to tell you to lean over to
yeah. The fighter, the legend.